All right, parents, it's been a few months since school has started, which means a lot of parents are still adjusting to their kiddos being off to college and out of the house. But this can be difficult. But our next guest is here to help. Welcome author and coach Allie Hill on the Coco Couch this morning. Hello, Allie.
Hello, Claudia.
Mother to one daughter.
Yes.
Well, I have two daughters, and they take up my entire life.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
all about those two girls. Now, this can be a hard time for a lot of parents. What would you say to those who are really struggling with like that first year of their kiddos being gone?
Well, I'd say, first of all, know that it's normal. Know that there are 22 million other empty nesters in America, and so you're in good company.
Yeah.
But also, so embrace that time. This is like a season of life that's often compared to the grieving process. You were a 24-hour-a-day parent when your kids were at home, and now suddenly they're gone. And who are you?
Right.
So you have to think, okay, this is new. This is a new chapter. But instead of getting stuck in the emotions of sadness and grieving, try to let in the other part of excitement and what's new, and let, a mindset shift of opening to the possibilities.
That's right. Now, I'm not quite an empty nester yet, but I've had those thoughts already, especially with my 16-year-old, because she's becoming more of an adult and she helps me with so many things. And I'm like, what am I going to do when she's gone?
Right.
I just don't know what that transition is going to be like. But for parents who are going through it now, what tips do you have for dealing with those emotions?
Well, I think first of all, really make sure that you are allowing yourself all the emotions, like whether it's grief or sadness or even excitement. Allow the feelings. And I love to use a tool it's an intentional journaling tool. So grab a piece of paper and a pen and start writing out your emotions, writing out, how you're feeling. And then also think about, how would you like to create this next best chapter? What would you like to be like? Who were you before you had kids? Think of all the different things that you could do. Just don't get stuck in the sadness.
Okay, don't get stuck in that place. Now, you also say this can be a fun and fulfilling time of life. Now, and I'm sure you found yourself in that situation at one point where you were like, oh my goodness.
Yes, definitely.
How did you snap out of that, and how did you find that excitement for your next stage of life?
Well, it wasn't easy. I mean, I will say for myself personally, I had a really hard time. I had one child, I have one child, and I put all eggs in one basket. So when she left in 2017, I was distraught. But slowly by slowly, I learned to look at other things. I learned to have a mindset shift, not just look at all that I had lost and all that I was missing, and not just how much I missed her.
Yeah.
But what else could I create? What other opportunities were there? That's when I found life coaching. Who knew I was going to be a life coach?
Yeah.
It was very exciting. And a lot of my clients have found different pursuits, pickleball, painting, artistry. There are a lot of different opportunities. You can be a mom and you can be something else.
Yeah, I feel some joy in giving that time back to yourself and rediscovering who you are.
Yes.
Now, this all brought you to the book that you have brought with you today. Now, this is called The Girlfriend's Guide to Empty Nesting. It really explores all of so much about life when those kiddos are gone. But what more can you find in that book?
Well, it's a compendium of different resources, but what it really is, it's just like you and I talking. It's the girlfriend's guide. It's a conversation. It's everything from what to do when they leave, how to deal with your emotions, what do you do when they don't call you, what do you do, what do you do when you're looking.
That's going to be a problem for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're all of a sudden looking across the pillow at your husband and you haven't chatted in a while?
Yeah.
So it's all of those things and more. It's a phenomenal resource that I decided to write because I wanted to have everything that I had experienced, but really all the stories and things that I'd heard, from other women. So it was a gift of love to all the other empty nesters.
Well, Allie, I'm so happy for you that
Thank
even
you.
though you went through that phase, you came out strong on the other end, and now you have a book, and I'm sure your daughter's super proud of you for doing that.
She is. Thank you.
I'm going to need that book in a few years. That's
You've
for
got
sure.
your copy right there.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Absolutely.
Of
Pleasure.
course. Okay, everyone, and you can get Allie's book. It is called The Girlfriend's Guide. Everything you need to know about empty nesting is right here. Wherever books are sold, you can search for the book. You can also connect with Allie. Just go online at alliehillcoaching.com.